Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tanya Ray, and today I'm doing a reading on the buck moon, the full moon on July 10th. If you're watching it a few days after, don't worry about it because the energies are still going to be potent for about 3 to 4 days after. If you're watching it at any other time, if you've been drawn to this or it started playing after a different post, maybe that's a sign that there's something in this message for you, regardless of when it is, but never make anything fit that does not feel aligned to you. I am asking what is the main energy, and I just want to show you because of course I had to use this deck. It is the Mystical Forest deck, and with the little smiley face full moons, it just felt fitting, right? What is the overarching energy? By the way, I have set the intention that this message will be for anyone who receives it greatest and highest good. Right, we're starting out with the 10 of Swords. What are you letting go of? What are you leaving in the past for this full moon? What has been really potentially lingering for a long time where momentum just can't be had because you're holding on to something? It could be a belief system. It could be something that has happened in the past, something like that. It's time to really look at that. So look at specifically one area of your life is probably the best way to go about this. And if you aren't seeing the momentum that you desire, or you're feeling very foggy on it, take a deeper look at what belief systems, what events from the past, what fear are you still holding on to? Because the 10 of Swords is a good sign that closure can come in. It's time to close that cycle because you're almost there. Now, this is never something that people generally want to see. However, it means that this story is coming to a close, right? But you have to choose it, or we just stay stuck in that energy. Just as a cue to get this ball rolling, it's 123 right now, and whenever I see those numbers 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 whatever, that's my cue that it's time to get the ball rolling. It's time to start moving forward. So what am I saying about that, and what areas of life? Because this is a generalized reading, it could be any area of your life, but I am feeling like it is something that has been lingering for a while. Either an idea or a plan that you've wanted to put into place, could be around your career or finances, but also I'm feeling that it could be around some sort of certification or education, and you haven't done it, or it isn't working out the way that you wanted to, and it's because there's something that needs to be closed. Another thing is your authentic voice with the world and being able to speak that clearly. Speak out your thoughts and share them, not for recognition. It does not really matter how other people receive it. It is important that you express yourself clearly and stop holding back. Because when that happens, clarity is going to come in. New ideas and new opportunities are going to start flooding in, and there will be a clearer path forward when you choose it. New belief systems is very clear and obvious, I guess, wording of that, but also just being able to look at things from a new perspective, because sometimes that can be really the turning point as well. If you remove yourself from it, and I love that there's a bird on this, if you can see from a bird's eye view, how would you see things differently, and how can that help you to move forward? How can that help you to create new belief systems that are actually going to be beneficial to you, and leaving the other stuff in the past? We've got the King of Cups too, and I love that he has the full moon behind him. King of Cups is really representing a piece of your personality in this reading. It's something that we all have access to. And it's emotional intelligence. It's pulling from all of our different experiences in life and creating an emotionally balanced way of leading ourselves and sharing who we are. Communicating in that way and communicating from love and compassion, and being able to look at those differing perspectives and say, you know what, there's room for all of us. There's also this balance between intuition and logic in the reading. our intellect and our inner knowing, and being able to follow both as needed. Because we're all carrying these big lessons in our life that create a unique story for specifically you. No other story is exactly the same, even if the person next to you had the same experiences on paper as you. We all perceive it differently. And so we've all garnered different lessons and different knowledge from that. And that leads us to a path forward. But we have to be able to look at where we're holding on to the past and it's not serving us because we're allowing it to keep pulling us back, versus, okay, I learned that lesson and this is what I'm going to do differently now. And this is how I can look at it differently. It's broadening the perspective. I feel like there's one more card to round this out. It's definitely, going in and creating that emotional balance through seeing where you've come from, how far you've come, and looking at where you want to go, and looking at your belief systems, looking at different angles of things, allowing yourself to open versus be closed. We have the Hanged Man, so that's giving me, it's time to really go within. It's like to say that, and it's really time to see what's going on. Tune in, meditate. What needs to be shown to me right now? Because the pause that the Hanged Man comes with isn't really unpleasant or unwelcome, but if we resist it, that's where times it can feel unpleasant because we're not moving forward, right? I said one more card, but we have one more after this. There's a lot of completion energy coming in. Now we have the 10 of Wands. So letting go of things that aren't serving you anymore. Are you trying to over control things? Are you not able to let go of certain responsibilities because you're afraid of what that's going to make you look like, or you're afraid of it's not going to get done the way that we want it to? It's time to let go of that perfection mentality, that I am the only one that can do this, the I will do it better energy, and to chill out a little bit more. That's what the King of Cups was like talking to me, because look at this picture. Look at this dude. He's just chilling, right? He's chilling under the full moon. And he's like, life is good. I don't have a care in the world because I know that things are going to work out. And that I don't have to push so hard, because cups, they're water. There's an element of flow no matter if we're talking masculine or feminine energy. So I do want to pull one more card, but specifically on what is the guidance, like action step, if you will. We've already sort of talked about meditating and getting very clear on one area of your life that you want to see forward movement on, and how can you dig a little bit deeper into the belief systems and the thoughts you have around that might be keeping you from experiencing success, experiencing momentum, as well as if you're holding on to like events and that kind of thing. And is there a way that you can create a new belief or look at things from a higher perspective? And when I say create belief systems, sometimes that doesn't mean that it's going to happen instantaneously. A lot of the time that means that it's not going to happen instantaneously, and that it's going to take some work to actually believe it. And this isn't going to be a popular opinion, I don't think, but sometimes I think the only way you can create the belief is by taking some action on things and seeing what that creates. And I know a lot of people disagree with me on this because they feel, well, thoughts are everything, but sometimes it can be very difficult to change those thoughts if you're not first garnering some sort of evidence that it is possible. So here's a quick little example of that. Say you want to prove to yourself that you can manifest things into your life. Well, you're probably not going to start with, I'm going to manifest my $3.5 million dream home, if right now you don't even own a home and don't have the resources for a down payment or something like that. But could you manifest, coffee or something like that to help start building that? Now let's move on to what this full moon wants us to do, and it wants us to take action. It wants us to create that momentum in our life. It's no longer just sitting and waiting, sitting and receiving. There is a masculine element to this energy of taking the action, getting moving, and remembering that is the 8 of Wands. So fire is all about our passion. And I think sometimes we get too in our head and our ego takes over, and so we forget our passions, and sometimes emotions take over. We talked a little bit about that. So creating that balance is potentially the action. How can I be a little bit more balanced in how I'm looking at the situation? And how can I take action from that space? All right, I hope this message blesses you. I hope you have the most amazing buck moon, and I'll see you soon.